Okay.
Please. All right. Good morning, viewers, and welcome to 101 on Lapai TV. I am Ali Abdullah Ture, your host. Today we'll be discussing on the new Niger campus Anthology controversies, the allegation, evidences, and the search for the truth. And joining us on this program is none other person than Fodio Ahmed, popularly known as Pen One, who will be sharing us, who will be giving us an insight about what we're here to talk on today. Mr. Ahmed, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
All right, I've just introduced you a bit, and I believe our viewers will sincerely want to know who Ahmed is.
Well, my name is Fodio Ahmed. I'm a poet, a writer, a book collector, and of course the founder of Pape Reads. Pape Reads, it's a global movement that aims to galvanize 1,000 global readers to read 2 hours daily, and now 1,000 to pick up a new book. And we're also paying tribute to 2 legendary authors, late Chino Achebe, the founding president of the Association of Nigerian Authors, and also General Momman Diabaza, the soldier poet who played a major role in sustaining literature in not just Nigeria, but in Africa as a whole. So that's who I am.
All right, the pleasure having you here. All right.
The pleasure is mine.
About a year ago, you came up with a project, a book project for the Nigerite and beyond. And I believe the project never came to see the light of the day. First, before we go into our discussion proper, can you tell us what the project is all about? What were your major objectives regarding that very project?
All right, thank you very much. The new Niger Campus Anthology project was an initiative that was born out of the desire to give student writers a platform to showcase themselves, to chip in, have a voice in the conversation generally. And it came to be what actually happened was that my friend, a colleague of mine, Abdulbaki Ebo, the special advisor to the governor on digital strategy. We live in the same neighborhood, and we've known each other for a very long time. Like we used to work together in the same office before we eventually went into government. So we met and we got talking, and he was like, Fodio, come up with a Bago book project. Let me sponsor. So initially, what I intended to do was that I wanted to collect all my essays. My of course, I'm pro Bago, I'm pro APC in the state. So I've been writing pro essays for almost more than a decade. So initially I wanted to collect my essays that have been running to promote the new Niger agenda of the governor. To put them in together, to put them into one collection, and published. Then on the second thought, I felt that enough of myself. I've been in the system for a while. Why not? Let's open this conversation. The administration is just 2 years old. So let's open the conversation. Let's have the Gen Z demography. Let's give the Gen Z demography a platform to also chip in their voice, contribute to the conversation. Is governance at all? I mean, it's for everybody. So I felt, okay, for that, let's open it up. And that was how the idea of the new Niger Campus Anthology came to be, to give student writers an opportunity from across, not just institutions in Niger State, outside Niger State, to give them a platform to contribute to the conversation. We give them a topic, they share their own thoughts, their own perspectives on that topic. So we did that, and that's how the new Niger Campus Anthology project came to be. It was actually to give student writers across tertiary institutions, all tertiary institutions, not just university, across all tertiary institutions in Niger State and beyond. So that's how the new Niger Campus Anthology
All
came to existence.
All right. Thank you very much for that very response. Like I earlier stated where we started our conversation, beyond
Yeah,
the project itself never see to the light of the day. And I believe looking at the concept, it's something that we believe will actually attract, a lot of writers, a lot of student writers to be specific, to key into the
yeah,
initiative.
yes.
What happened in the process? What really happened that the program never, came to see the light of the day?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. What happened was that after we had that discussion with Abdul Baki, like I said, like now my guy, now our guy, we work
Mm,
together now, our peer and everything. So after we've discussed with him, and I said, okay, fine, I'll come up with the Bago book project. So I coined the new Niger Campus Anthology project, right? We put out a flyer. We gave a topic thing. Of course, the governor, Farmer Abagu, is very passionate about agriculture, right? And on the other side of the divide, we're dealing with a pandemic of drug addiction, drug abuse, especially in northern Nigeria here, right? So side by side, and we gave a topic, agriculture has an option to drug abuse. That's how we coined the theme of the maiden edition that was supposed to see the light of the day since last year. You know, around July towards July end last year, we put out the flyer, and I believe I also put out the flyer on Lapai TV as well.
of
You know,
course. Mm.
yes, I gave Useni something about this student leader. He's a student leader. Something Hussein Ebo.
The NAS president.
Yes, yes. I also shared the flyer with him with the info and everything. To put it out there, and he did. And to God so kind, we got from that July 31st of last year that we put out the flyer. The call for entries was to run for 1 month from August till end of August last year. So we did, and we got 61 entries from various tertiary institutions, including private universities, including some of the universities. Look at them now. From ABU Zaria, we had an entry from University of Jos. We have an entry from Hilltop Arts Foundation. We have an entry from School of Health Technology. We have an entry from American University of Nigeria. We have an entry from Covenant University. IBB, FUT. We got 61 entries. We even got 2 special entries from a professor, from Professor Oluwaseun Oladele, a distinguished scholar and academic at the University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, with a strong background in agricultural sciences. Professor Oladele has made significant contributions to research and education in the field. His expertise opens agricultural development and rural sociology. We also got a special entry out of the 61 entries. We got another entry from Dr. Maria Elena Rodriguez from the UC Davis Institute of Sustainable Agriculture and Social Rehabilitation. She's a leading researcher in agricultural therapy and community development, University of California. She holds a PhD in agricultural psychology from Cornell University and has spent over 15 years developing innovative programs that combine agricultural practices with addiction recovery initiatives. I want you to understand something here. These 2 entries, right? We got 61 entries. We selected 36 from the student writers. But trust me, these 2 entries from this professor and from this doctor, from the United States. I believe it's out of just this is my own, it's not like I spoke to them, but for a professor to see an entry clearly stated for student writers and still send an entry on that topic, you know what that topic means? For a doctor from the United States to see an entry, right, with the flyer with the picture of the governor in front of a tractor, right? The theme of that subject matter is agriculture in relation with drug abuse. If you are telling the youths not to engage in drug abuse, right? If we are telling them not to engage in social vices, what options are we giving them? So we are saying that, okay, fine, our governor is passionate about agriculture, right? Of course, we are already dealing with a pandemic of drug abuse. And I want you to understand something. The governor has already did appoint a special advisor on drug abuse and heinous crime. The governor appointed a special advisor. This is the first time that we're having that in Niger State. The governor, Bago, also declared a state of emergency on
the use of substances.
Yes, he declared a state of emergency. What does this mean? It means that the governor is very passionate. On one side, one of his major policies, his administration is agriculture. Right? That's why he's the former governor. Now, on the other side, he's also battling this pandemic of drug abuse that we are battling with in Niger State. Right? So we are giving students, people, options. The demography, the Gen Z demography, let's give them an option. Let's hear from them. They are the ones battling with these issues. Let's hear from them. So, I mean, if you look at the topic, the theme of the maiden edition, this is why it attracted a professor from Abeokuta University, from a university in Nigeria, and another doctor from the United States of America.
All right.
We got that.
Because of time factor, I want us to come back to this major discussion, the controversy. There were allegations that you set up this project to defraud certain individual, and that was why it never happens. How will you react to that accusation?
That is a typical lie, and that is the person who is accusing me is Abdulbaki Ebo. He's a liar, a big liar. I did not defraud him. I gave him a budget after we called for, like I said, we called for entries. We got 61 entries. We selected 36 entries. He requested that I send him the names, the contacts, and their institutions. I did that. 36 of them. With their phone numbers and everything, I sent it to him twice. In fact, I went further to send the essays, the entries of the entrants to him. And when he said he wanted to verify, to make it easy for him, because I know he's a very busy person, right? I now emailed all the entrants that, okay, the sponsor of this project wants to verify your entries. This is his WhatsApp number. Kindly go to chat him up and verify your entry by yourself. Let him know. To God and mind, all the entrants that spoke to Abdulbaki, he didn't reply. He didn't respond to any of them.
All right.
Hold on. He said I should send him entries, the entries for him to verify. I did. He didn't verify. All I heard that after making promises of releasing the funds, August, September, October, November, December, I didn't hear anything from Abdulbaki. January of this year, Abdulbaki turned around and said that I connived with the entrants. That the names that I sent to him, I connived with them to defraud him 980,000 naira for 1,000 copies. I want you to listen to this. 980,000 naira is what I sent for him to publish 1,000 copies. He now said he cannot afford. Initially, he said he cannot afford 980,000 for 1,000 copies. I said, okay, let's do 100 copies for 350,000 naira. I said the 50,000 naira is my own 50,000 naira for the work, for the stress that I've gone through to put this project together. In fact, professionals, professors, those in the writing and in the writing industry, were like, Fodio, are you okay? You are giving a project of 4 million naira, 5 million naira. You are giving a budget of 980,000 naira. I said, yes, I am interested in the project. One, I am interested in the administration that we are trying to promote. I am not looking out to make anything out of the project. I just want the project today. You understand? And I want you to listen to this now. The chairman of Chenchega local government, Dr. Mustafa Jibril Alheri, at the heat of this conversation, when Abdul Baqi was frustrating me, right? Dr. Mustafa Jibril gave me 200,000 naira as contribution to push the project. Now, I want to ask you a question. If I want to defraud anybody, will I use the governor's picture, open an email address, use the governor's picture, put an advert on Lapai TV? I paid you to do a jingle. Did you do jingle or not?
Karan.
Will I pay? Why will I want to defraud Abdul Baqi, a special advisor to the governor, using the governor's picture to defraud him of 980,000 naira? Doesn't make any sense.
You also mentioned the fact that he instructed you. You acted on his instruction that you should come up with the project. I remember you mentioned something like that. So since then, have you in any way had any personal conversation regarding this whole scenario with him?
I look at a point. I'm going to share screenshots with you. I'm going to write after this conversation. I'm going to write another piece with screenshots. Abdul Baqi had to make me. There was a conversation after months of frustration. In fact, he even told me, Fodio, just beg me to release these funds so that you stop doing hard man. To God and mind, I'll repeat this in front of Almighty Allah on the day of judgment. I am not scared of Abdul Baqi. I'm not scared of any public official in Niger State.
He said that to you physically or via social media conversation?
Via WhatsApp chat, our conversations. I have our long conversations now where he was saying I defrauded him 120,000 naira. And okay, if you say I defraud you, why did you commit 120,000 naira? He first committed 20,000 naira.
He committed some certain amount of money for the initiation of the project.
Yes, he's committed 20,000 naira. And I told him that I'm going to use this 20,000 naira to design the flyer. In fact, the 20,000 naira he committed first was what I used in designing the flyer. He now committed another 100. I now asked him for 200,000 naira take-off funds. He now committed 100,000 naira. That is what brought it to 120,000 naira. There's another additional 20,000 naira, but that additional 20,000 naira he sent to me when I was in Abuja. He sent that 20,000 naira for me as transport to come down so that he wanted to arrest me. Abdul Baqi, are you okay? Is this me, Fodio, that you want to arrest, that you want to intimidate in Niger State?
Mr. Fodio, we appreciate if you actually keep such, let's say. For the fact that you recorded a lot of entries, and to some extent, I believe those who actually put in the entries will actually feel disconsolated. What's your call to those individuals that might have putting in their entries that they never heard from you, the sponsor of this very initiative?
Well, to the entrants, to each and every entrant from across Nigeria, from across tertiary institutions, I want you to know that the sponsor of this project refused to release funds for this project. He did not give me a single dime. In fact, he is accusing you people, the entrants, that I connived with you to go and defraud him. I have the chat there. I have the voice recording of every conversation, of everything that I'm saying, and I'm ready to repeat it anywhere. My call is that I wasn't given a dime to complete this project. 1 naira I wasn't given. I have pleaded with him that, okay, if you are withdrawing your sponsorship from the project, please write a press statement, because we initiated this project under your office. The flyer is there. Write a press statement saying that you are no longer interested in sponsorship. You don't be by force to sponsor now. You are not doing again. So that now I wasn't given a dime. Write a press release to say that you withdraw your sponsorship. You have refused. You are now saying I defrauded you. You said it. You are repeating it several times. I have it in our chats where you called me a fraud, that I'm a scammer, that I scammed you. You understand? You are now in the political cycle in Niger State. Rumors are flying around that I was giving money. I wasn't giving. Abdulbaki did not give me a dime. If Abdulbaki gave me a dime, I have told him that if he said I scammed you, Abdulbaki, write a petition against me. Let the authorities invite me. Stop paying road police officers to try to adopt me. I am not scared of going to the authorities. If you have anything, if you are sure that I defrauded you, write a petition. Let them invite me. Stop trying to adopt me.
Mr. Fodio, if now, for a lot of people are actually watching us, if anyone actually want to take up the sponsorship, will you be willing to, ensure that your image is actually your image and let me say your reputation, to protect your reputation, you're willing to accept any offer coming from anyone who is willing to, sponsor the remaining part of the project in order to ensure the success of this very project?
Definitely. In fact, let me tell you, I even told Abdulbaki at a point that, okay, you know what? Don't give me money again. Let me send you all the manuscripts. Let me send you all the entries so that you go and do the printing. Go and handle the everything. Just bring the book for me. Print. Don't give me 1 naira. Just take the manuscript, print them, publish them, and bring them back so that So I am definitely open to. In fact, I am using this opportunity. Let me know. I'm using this opportunity. I am calling on the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government, Hon Gentabo. Please, if you are watching this, I beg you in the name of God. The entries are there. Let's salvage. It's not about me. It's not about Fodio. It's about the entrance, the student entrance. Majorly from IBB. I have the names from IBB, from FUT. It's about the administration, the new Niger agenda of former Governor Bago. It's about the administration that we are promoting. I am using this opportunity to call on Honorable Gentabo. Please, of course, I know your relationship with Al-Baki, but please, I beg you to take up this sponsorship. I don't want any dime. Nobody should give me money. I'm ready. The manuscript is there. I can send it to all the manuscript. I have sent you the list and the names of the entrance already. You can verify. I'll send you the entries. Please, I am calling on Gentabo. I'm using this opportunity, calling on Gentabo to kindly please sponsor this publication so that we will see this student entry entrance will be published. The new Niger agenda of Famago Movago will be promoted. So I am willing. I am ready.
Just before we go, you have a reputation in this very administration. So what's your call to the Niger state government regarding these very controversies?
Well, I have a relationship with Bago. I have known Bago before he became a governor. In fact, we were the ones who were running when APC was forming in Niger State. We shaped the administration. So I'm a partisan person. I'm a card-carrying member of the APC in Niger State. You cannot discuss APC, the formation of APC in Niger, the narratives of APC in Niger State without my contribution, Fodio Ahmed. It's not possible. So I have a stake. I'm a stakeholder in the APC administration that brought in Governor Lolo, that brought in. I campaign rigorously for Famabago, and I will campaign again for 27. So my call is that I am using this opportunity. I'm calling on Jantabo. I am also calling on the former Governor Bago Dombi, aka Dombi himself, to please come to the aid of this project. The New Niger Campus Anthology is a tribute to the New Niger agenda. But the New Niger, because I'm a writer, right? I'm an author. My constituency is the writing world. Everything I'm doing, even though I'm a partisan person, I am still going to give platforms, create opportunities for my constituents, the writing industry, the writing world, right? So I'm calling on all well-meaning Nigerites, all well-meaning Nigerites. Please, this new Niger Campus Anthology project is a noble project that will go a long way. We need to celebrate it. We need to shaping the narratives of an administration is not about slogan. It's about deliberate and intentional initiatives that will stand the test of time beyond social media frenzy. So please, I'm calling on each and everyone to come to the aid of this project. It's not about me, it's about the administration, it's about the new Niger agenda of the former governor. It's about our student writers. A society that doesn't document itself is a society that doesn't exist. Anyone who doesn't, if you don't document yourself, you cease to exist. So I'm calling on all well-meaning Nigerians to do that. And of course, I'm also calling on well-meaning Nigerians to come out and vote for former Governor Bagu for a second time.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. We sincerely appreciate your time, and we hope whenever we call you again for conversations such as this or something beyond this, your doors will always be
open. I'm always open. I am one pen. I'm one pen, the king of no hold bars. We don't. I discuss conversations, uncomfortable conversations. In fact, my specialty is discussing conversations that people are scared to discuss, uncomfortable conversations that people are shying away from. It's what I do. It's what I find pride in doing.
All right.
So anytime, any day, any hour, I'm always available.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you for having me.
Viewers, we've come to the end of our program today on 101 on Lapai TV. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me. God bless you all. God bless Niger State.